pieces of pretty good news coming out of Montreal today. Now, the first one we're going to spend a little bit of time on because this is indeed a big story. It is indeed the right move, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Actually, I take that back. It could have come at a better time. That better time would have probably been a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago. But Jesperi Kotkaniemi was sent down to the Laval Rocket earlier today. Second piece of news, the Canadiens just played probably, dare I say it, their best game of the year? Carey Price with the shutout 4-0 against the Florida Panthers, and Jeff Petry, what a performance by him. We'll get into all that later on in the video, but first off, let's talk about Jesperi Kotkaniemi, because boy oh boy was this overdue. Boy oh boy, when you have a player who has so much potential like Kotkaniemi has, who is still so young like Kotkaniemi is, and who has been struggling in the way that Kotkaniemi has been struggling, how do you not just take a look at this and say, yes, this is the right move? I don't think there's anybody out there in Montreal who's saying, yeah, no, I don't know why they did that. He's been playing great. Keep him up here. Why did they send him down? He shouldn't be down there. He should be up here. Well, hold your horses. Would you rather have Kotkaniemi in, I don't know, a really low ice time, kind of low confidence role, or have him playing 20 minutes a night in the AHL, power play, PK, everywhere, like he would be in Laval? This is ultimately the best case scenario, because if there was a player whose sophomore slump was getting to him, I think for sure it would be Jesperi Kotkaniemi. This guy came in here with a whole bunch of hype after having a better rookie season than Barkov did, and all of a sudden, his draft plus 2 year isn't looking too great. He's not getting the bounces, he's not getting the chances, he's not getting the points. Doesn't look like he has the confidence anymore. And confidence is a really big thing when it comes to these Finnish players who demand the game with their smart ability to transition, with their ability to control the puck and not have people easily shove them off, to make decisions under pressure. That's the important part about these Finns, and the confidence is really important with that. And I say these Finns specifically not because I'm being the R word, but because there's another Finn who is following a similar trend like this that I will make a video about tomorrow that you could probably already think about. It's not on the Canadiens, in fact, the guy's on the Rangers. But Kotkaniemi is going to have a chance to go down there in Laval and actually help him out. Laval's not in the best position right now in terms of making the playoffs. It's still a little bit insecure as to whether or not that's going to go down the way Laval and Montreal fans want it to. But having a Kotkaniemi down there as your first-line center doesn't seem like a bad thing. Kotkaniemi is a legitimate NHL player who is capable of playing in the league. However, confidence issues and streakiness issues and consistency issues and all that have really gotten to him, so getting a start in Laval is probably the right thing. So, rejoice. Absolutely great decision. Send him down. Hey, you know who else is next? I think Ryan Poehling should get sent down too. Not because he sucks, but because the guy probably needs a little bit more time down there as well. But hey, one is better than none. Kotkaniemi getting sent down will be good for him and his development, it'll be good for his confidence, it will be good, period. It was good for the Habs as well, because Kotkaniemi's first game away from the team is a 4-0 win against the Panthers. Carey Price with the shutout, and Jeff Petry with 4 freaking assists. Holy crap, man. This guy can absolutely just demand the pace of play. In fact, it wasn't even only Petry, it was the entire Montreal Canadiens D-corps that honestly looked really good. You can't get a shutout from your goalie alone, but you can get a shutout from a really good performance from your goaltender, as well as nice shot suppression, nice defensive coverage, and nice overall defensive awareness from your D. That's exactly what we saw here today against the Florida Panthers, and it comes at no better time, because it kind of feels like the Habs are going to go on a run. It kind of does. Obviously, the Canadiens right now, let's look at the standings. Where are they? 20th in the league. Let's go over to the wild card, see how far they're out of that. The Canadiens are at 55 points. They are currently 6 points out of a wild card. Hey, that's not that far. Assuming they win more games than they lose, they have a chance. And obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm 100% confident that they will do that. In fact, I was the guy who, a few videos ago, I was saying, hey, I don't really think it's going to happen. They're probably not going to make the playoffs this year. But, things can change, and when a team is willing to make the necessary changes, like sending down one of your prized early young players to the AHL, anything can happen. It's the Habs' second win in a row over here, and things are looking up. Gallagher scored a goal in his return a few days ago, and against the Panthers, the Habs played a good game. Nick Suzuki started this one off. Of course, it was assisted by Petry, but it was also assisted by Yoel Armia. Really nice 2-on-1 rush. You could kind of think that Suzuki was trying to go over to Kovalchuk, but nah, man, the guy takes it into his own hands. Absolutely snipes one past the Florida Panthers goaltender. Ooh boy, what a shot on that one. Then you got Artturi Lehkonen in the second period, who is putting all haters to shame. He's shutting everybody up by proving that he legitimately does kind of have a place on this team. It's a dirty rebound goal out in front. Petry is the guy who puts it on net, as of course it has to be Petry. He's the guy who got an assist on every single goal. Tomas Tatar also had a pretty interesting goal here, where the puck is out in front and he swats it in. This one was Gallagher, Petry, Deneau out in front, and then Tatar with the dagger, and then the aforementioned Brendan Gallagher gets another goal here on the power play, assisted by Petry, as always, assisted by Suzuki, who has 22 assists on the year. Nick Suzuki is legitimately a great NHL player, and it's only taken him 1 year's worth of time in the NHL. Nice. Really, really nice for Nick Suzuki. But Brendan Gallagher's goal is a pretty nice one out here. He tips the shot from Petry as it was taken from the point, and the Canadiens ultimately get up there and win the game 4-0. Now, I don't want to be the guy who comes over here and starts making jokes about how Kotkaniemi made the team worse and all that stuff. That's not what we're going to be doing. But I will say that it's a really interesting change of pace to see everything go right on a day. Kotkaniemi getting sent down was a great piece of news. It's the right move, it was the appropriate move, it was what needed to happen. And the Habs, with all that good karma stored up and waiting to be released, win this one 4-0. It's a really nice victory. Carey Price made 14 saves on the power play because the Canadiens took 5 penalties in the third. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. Let's not talk about the officiating in this game. Talk about the good things like Carey Price and his saves in the power play for the Panthers. Yeah, so he's good. We all know he's good. He can be off sometimes, but Carey is Carey, and when Carey is on top of his game and is pure Carey, he is absolutely amazing. So what's next? What is next for the Montreal Canadiens? 2 pieces of news here today. A win against the Panthers, Kotkaniemi getting sent down. If anybody in the comments talks about how, they should have kept him up. Oh, buddy, please. Kotkaniemi getting sent down is going to have a positive impact on his career. By the time he comes back, I'm expecting a different player. I'm expecting a player with more confidence. I'm expecting a player who's able to make better decisions in tight and faster. I'm expecting a player to just go out there and play his game. He played his game 2 years ago in Finland, and he played his game last year. So now that he's kind of lost that game, I want so much for him to be able to get that back. Hope you enjoyed this video. Search that Trust 99 and bye.